Hey everybody, welcome to Bodiakian Wellness. Today we're talking situational emptiness. Now before we get into that, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. So, situational emptiness is an Eastern philosophical concept that says for every moment in time, it's empty of inherent value. And it's rather our perspective or perception that dictates our reality. I know that's kind of a heavy thing to take in, so let's tell you a little story. So, woman gets in an elevator, pushes the button. As the doors start to close, guy jumps in. They both look at each other awkwardly, nobody says anything. Start to ride up in the elevator, periodically look up at each other awkwardly, nobody says anything. Get to the floor, door opens. They look at each other, nobody says anything. She starts to walk out. As she gets out, she notices that he's also getting out, walking behind her. So she starts to walk a little bit quicker. Looks back a couple times, he's walking down the hall, she walks even quicker, gets her keys out of her pocket, ready to put it in the door. She gets it in, gets to the door, puts it in the door, takes one last look back, and notices that he's going into the apartment next door to her. He looks at her and says, hey, I'm Steve. I just moved in last week. She says, hey. Both go into their apartments, close the doors. Now the next day, they're both at their workplace, telling the story of the events. She tells this story of this terrifying moment where she got in the elevator. This guy was in there, didn't say anything to her. It was so awkward and scary. She didn't know what he was going to do. She got out. He walked down the hallway after her. She was terrified. She got to the door and she actually saw that he was going in the apartment next to her. I don't know why, but he introduced himself as, I don't know, I think he said Steve. I closed the door and I slumped down on the floor, terrified, petrified, couldn't move. For 10 minutes I just sat there, my heart pounding. Now Steve tells a different story. He's at the office and he says, I just moved into this building and the most spectacular woman lives next door. She hasn't noticed me, and I've been in the elevator with her like 3 times, and she's never noticed me. And then yesterday, I finally got my chance. I'm in the elevator, it's just her and I. And I have nothing. I'm speechless. I have no game. I have nothing to say. She literally looks at me like 3 times, and I have absolutely nothing to say. I was ridiculous. We get out of the elevator, we walk down the hall, we get to the door, she finally looks at me again, and I get up the courage and I say, hey, I just moved in, my name's Steve. And one of his coworkers says, well, your name's Ted. Exactly. So, for this event, there was actually 3 different events going on. There was her perspective and perception of events, which was a terrifying event. There was his perspective and perception of events, which was he felt like a complete loser and had no game and couldn't talk to this woman that he was so interested in. But the true nature of the event, the 2 people got in an elevator, pushed the button, they rode up in silence, they both got out, both walked down the hall. One person introduced themselves and they both went into their apartment. That was actually the facts of the event. So from this story, what I want you to remember is that it's our perception and perspective of the situation that dictates our truth. But our truth may not actually represent the true nature of the situation. Think about it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Remember, help me to help other people. So share this video with your friends and family. Help me to help others. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.